Well, Delpho, I'm Scott Stanfield. I'm the CEO of Vertigo. It's a company I started with a few other people about 12 years ago. We are a collection of pretty smart people, of designers and developers, and we build some pretty challenging, unique web and Windows applications. Lately, we've found a creative outlet in Silverlight. So we're doing a lot of cool Silverlight projects, including the Hard Rock project, which we just won the Partner of the Year award for. So I'm very excited about that. It was just mentioned in the Wall Street Journal 3 days ago. I think what people are finding is that the Silverlight, the Silverlight feature that we're demonstrating, called Deep Zoom, affords an experience that no one has seen before, really, on the internet, or at least not this smooth. So you can go to memo.hardrock.com and play with it for yourself. If you've been in a Hard Rock, you've seen the guitar memorabilia on the walls. But if you want to see all of it, or see it in a way that you haven't seen before, check out the website. We're doing, our roots are in just hardcore Windows programming, so C#, SQL Server, BizTalk, etc. But with Silverlight, it allows us to take our design team and focus them on not just Windows applications in WPF, but also building distinctive user experiences for the web. It's great because we're not Flash programmers. Now there's a choice. I really like Silverlight. It's got great support for not only the Deep Zoom feature set, but for video as well. You can do high-def stream.
Can you talk about the demo you gave today
and
big picture? Now, that's not the same sort of sandbox presentation you guys were giving at the Mix conference.
Right.
That was like a slideshow application.
Right. So slideshow, or slide.show, we'll put the period in there. You can download it off Codeplex or go to vertigo.com and find it. If you want to do a Silverlight-driven collection of images, just click on it and go through it. It's really easy to set up. It was actually built in Silverlight 1.0, and that was going to be the original way we're going to do the Hard Rock project. But when Deep Zoom came along, we shelved that code, put it up for the public to have, and switched all of our efforts to using Deep Zoom. Now, Deep Zoom in and of itself as a feature set doesn't do the back-end batch processing. It doesn't have all the client-side interactivity around zooming and panning and clicking to an image, etc., or the ability to easily tag and filter and sort and all that stuff. So we have this big picture technology, which has a client component, what the user plays with, and it also has this server component for the batch processing. And so we're just coming out with that, and we're working with other customers, which I can't announce yet, but on people that have licensed the technology to use it. They're seeing what you can do and the popularity of the Hard Rock site and other sites on using this technology. So it's good stuff.
Can you talk about Silverlight? You brought up some of the stuff. One of my big concerns was distribution of Silverlight. Installation. People laugh at me when I suggest, why doesn't Microsoft just throw it into IE or something like that?
Well, you would not be the first person to want them to do that. Right. So there's the Silverlight 2 runtime, which is about 4 megabytes. It's not that big. It's a small bump in the road. If a user if somebody's surfing the web and they encounter a site that needs Silverlight, and they've never hit that site before, the experience is going to be similar to what it would be like if they're visiting a Flash site. It's easy. As a developer, you just pretty much get all the download code. The user experience is pretty much handled for you. You can customize it, but it's a 4 meg download, goes pretty quickly, and from then on, they're set. And starting with Silverlight 2 Beta 2, it's my understanding that if they already have that installed, the upgrade to the final bits will be automatic, which is good. So Microsoft claims, Scott Guthrie said in his Mix presentation, 1.5 million downloads a day, which is great. The Summer Olympics in Beijing will be streamed using Silverlight, so the live experience on the web, that's going to be huge.
Do you see that as a huge distribution?
Absolutely.
And installation influx that's going to happen. This might be the big.
This will be
one of the big pushes that Microsoft needs.
This will be the big one. We got the Olympics first, and the day after the Olympics, you have the Democratic National Convention, which my company's doing the video experience. Yeah. So that'd be cool. I mean, honestly, it's not quite as exciting as the Olympics, but it will. We get to find out who our vice president's going to be.
Yeah.
I think we know who our president's going to be.
Right.
And remember, we are broadcasting from San Francisco. It's a little liberal, so we have a feeling who we're voting for.
Right.
But yeah, it's an exciting time. I do think that strategically Microsoft releasing Silverlight 1 as a way to give a great high-def client experience on top of their existing WMV technology and the VC1 high-def codec. Kind of complicated, but basically if you're shooting in high-def like you are now, It's a very simple process to compress it and stream it and have a great user experience in Silverlight. Beautiful, beautiful footage. And so they are leveraging some of that technology with the Olympics, and I think it was just announced. I think you can probably go watch some test video just this week.
So, like for our business side of our audience, what's the sell? How do you see Silverlight and what you guys are doing in Vertigo? What is the sell for them? Why would they even be interested in?
Okay, a couple ways to look at it. There are, from the technical side, Silverlight does video and pictures extremely well, photos. So if companies have assets of either of those two categories. Another way to look at it, if you're building a RIA, a rich internet application, and you have an existing body of developers on staff, there's 5 million, 4 million people in the world that make their living doing programming on the Microsoft technology. Well, guess what? Those people already know how to do Silverlight programming. You still need designers to build the experience. I mean, the memorabilia site for Hard Rock just didn't come for free. We had to design that experience. But the developers we put on the project that did not know Silverlight were able to be productive because they're programming in a language you already know, C#. It's not ActionScript. It's a great language for building business apps. It's a great language now for building web apps.